What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, hold on. Hope all of you doing well. I hope everybody is having having a good time. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I am your invisible host, Sir Edward Honcho. Give me just one moment to fix a small matter here. And but like I said, man, I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the entire internet. Like, you can search high, you can search low, you'll never find a better show. And the reason why is because you wonderful people who join the Den whenever it's a thing, whenever it's active, and contribute your wonderful thoughts, feelings, ideas, beliefs, whatever it may be. But again, as always, it is my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys whenever we get the opportunity. And again, remember, if nobody loves you, Honcho loves you. We finna talk some shit tonight. And we're gonna have a really good time. Okay. Now, it might be a little bit moisturized, so pardon me. All right, let's straighten this up. Let's look like a civil human being. All that good stuff. All right, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. A lot going on. Make sure that the fan ain't too loud. Do y'all hear that fan in the background? Because I can hear it, but it should be where it's not picking up too badly. But you know, players fuck up, and sometimes shit don't always work as intended. Let's cut the Spotify off. That doesn't need to be on. All right, let's rock. Let's see who we got joining us tonight, man. Let's get into some good conversation. We're gonna talk about Joe, that whole controversy with Joe Rogan. I kind of touched on it briefly. I did have intentions of doing like a video on it, which I probably should have, but I didn't. So we're gonna talk about it live. We're gonna talk about the double standards in body shaming because a thing took place this week with a celebrity, and the body shamers were out. But needless to say, this isn't usual your traditional accusations of body shaming. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this one ultimately turns out. So I see the doctor, D. Kenobi, 335, peace. I see Voodoo holding it down. Let's see. Heidi's here. Heidi once got it on the back of a 18-wheeler. We're still trying to figure out who the daddy is. But hey, Travis Mazzi, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell Northern style, I only drink unsweetened sweet tea. Well, let's just tell all the truckers to quit and then see how well the country does then. Strong and Grand, aka Dan the Man with the Plan. And yes. I appreciate the super chat love, man. I'm waiting on mine. I think they sending the crack pipes like they're doing with the test kits. You know, you got to go to your local USPS, United States Postal Service office, and apply for your crack pipe, and it will be in the mail. You know, that's crazy. That's the crazy. We'll get to that. We got a lot to talk about, and not enough time to talk about it. I was looking for something real quick. I forgot what I was fucking going to do. Oh, fix this light. But again, like I said, it seems like it's been forever. It's been a week since we've chopped it up. And we've been in the Discord for those of you who chop it up in the Discord. But it just seems like it's been forever, right? It seems like it's been a long time. I get lonely. I get lonely without you guys. Shout out to Dan. I don't even know if it's been so long. I don't know if I got the talking audio up and all kind of stuff. So everything else looks good. Oh, that's what it is. But anyway, so talking about Joe Rogan. So I'm gonna show y'all something. If y'all haven't seen it, let's just get it out the way. Make sure you see it so that we can have an honest discussion about it, right? Because Joe made a mistake. Joe made a huge mistake, and we must address that. And I wouldn't call. I wouldn't call myself a fan, right? I like Joe Rogan as far as the entertainment value. I don't like Joe Rogan, the comedian, that much. He's not very funny to me, but I always thought his show was unique, very interesting, and he seems to be a guy who's well versed in a lot of things, but still comes off as your everyman. So I think that's a unique element to it. But Joe got in some trouble. We know why he really got in trouble, but because that quote unquote misinformation didn't stop anything. They had to pull up an old video of Joe, and this video has been around for years, so it wasn't really new. Maybe there's a few extra elements to it that weren't on the first one I saw, but for the most part, when they can't really get you for what they want to, they'll start looking for alternative reasons to try to justify trying to cancel you, right? We all know everybody loves Neil Young more than Joe Rogan, right? I know you guys are probably listening to some old Neil this morning. Neil's a Canadian. Canadians don't even listen to Neil Young. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the video. Let me make sure I got it up. I think I switched it out. And then we're going to talk about this. We're going to be very frank about this. My name's Ed, and I don't even think I know anybody named Frank. So, there's that. But I want to be honest. I want to talk about it, right? Because a lot of people have been talking about it, but I think you guys will depend on where you get your perspectives from. May or may not have heard some feelings on this. All right. Let's get it.
The nigger thing.
Yes. Saying the word nigger.
I've already said nigger.
Is just like nigger. Saying nigger.
She's calling you a nigger. It's like,
boy, he's a nigger. Starts calling them niggers.
Word nigger.
There should be a word like nigger, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger.
Niggers.
He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And then our niggers start saying nigger. Use the word nigger.
Out the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger.
Say nigger. And you couldn't say nigger. Else nigger. Nigger.
The nigger thing.
Yes. Saying the word nigger.
I've already said nigger.
Is just like nigger. Saying nigger.
She's calling you a nigger. It's like,
boy, he's a nigger. Starts calling them niggers.
Word nigger.
There should be a word like nigger, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger.
Niggers.
He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And then our niggers start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger. Say nigger, and you couldn't say nigger. Else nigger. Nigger.
The nigger thing.
Yeah.
So I love the last part because of the hesitation. Nigger. Here's my deal, right? I don't consider Joe a journalist. I don't consider Joe, what you would call a member of the academia or the intelligentsia or any of that weird stuff. So, I know people go and they listen to Joe. And I guess some people take life advice from Joe or his guests or whatever it is. I just think it's very interesting to entertain alternative perspectives on life. I think it's good to get out of your own shoes and see how other people honestly feel. And I like the fact that Joe gives people a platform. People I might not necessarily listen to, people I might not necessarily agree with, but it's good to know how other people think. I don't think you should try to silence these people. You don't like what they're saying, they don't listen. It is what it is. But in the prior context in which he was using, is Joe Rogan aware that the N-word nigger, a nigga, I would just say nigga, has caused turmoil and controversy and problems and created friendships and hit music songs along the way since its introduction to American society, right? Do you think he's oblivious to that? No, I don't think so at all. But After watching this and saying that this has resurfaced, before Joe made the mistake, I listened to this and I was like, you know what? I have no issue with it. At no point in time listening to this thing now or the first time or years ago, the first time, have I ever gotten riled up, right? Because in the same sense that a lot of people gave a different Joe a pass for his use of the word nigger, right? It just depends on if people agree with you or not, or they like you or not. Reading from a quote, if you will, I see it no differently than what Joe Rogan did here. If he's telling a story and he's talking about this woman came out and called them niggers, or, this is, we should have a word like that. I have no issue with it because, in my opinion, and again, unless I just missed something completely way out of context, Joe is not directly saying, "Oh, these fucking niggers are everywhere and they get on my goddamn nerves." Has he probably ever said it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have proof of it, right? But I was almost like, I got more respect for him for using it. 17. What's the motherfucking deal? And shout out to Delco Golf, John from New York, my favorite New Yorker. Infinity, Lift It Up, and anybody else I may have missed. I did not diss, I promise. Yeah, and so that's my deal, right? Like, if he'd have been saying, "God, have you ever watched this Den show? This Honcho guy, he's a real nigger." Like, that'd be different, right? And I'd probably, me personally, wouldn't give a fuck. But, people are going to get upset about it. People are going to get mad about it. Uh-oh.
To Colin Powell. Mrs. Caldwell, Cruel Intentions 1999.
Let's see how I'm going to run it back. But here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. And so, again, I have no issue with Joe and how...
Don't give me any of that racism crap.
Oh, there you go.
My husband and I donated to Colin Powell. Mrs. Caldwell, Cruel Intentions 1999. Don't give me any of that racism crap. My husband and I donated to Colin Powell.
Yes.
Mrs. Caldwell, Cruel Intentions 1999.
I don't know what happened. Okay. I think we're done. Appreciate the love, 17. So again, like I said, Chicago Mike, I wish that he would return. I would love to have a conversation with Chicago Mike and see how things have changed over the years in this modern day America. Chicago Mike would call in and say, "Stop Asian hate," and I would support him on that. Anywho, oh really? So like again, but to me, the mistake was not that Joe Rogan said what he said. He said it. Like, fuck it. If you stand on that, stand on that. I've always said that even if he was a racist, or even if he is a racist, I'd rather a person be overt than covert. Tell me exactly how you feel. Let me know where you stand so that I can handle myself accordingly. I'm not going to beat you up just because you feel a certain, that's a you problem. Now, if there's threats and other things, then that's a whole other conversation. There's a whole other set of actions that go along with that. But again, I'm not tripping on that. So all this backlash, all this backlash and backlash, all this outrage, all this anger is manufactured. Okay. Was manufactured by two groups. Let's start with niggas. One, a lot of niggas don't even listen to Joe Rogan, right? Like, there's niggas who listen, but it's usually not your average nigga that listens to Joe Rogan, right? So these niggas who acting like they mad because Joe Rogan said nigga are fucking lying. They don't give a shit. Somebody told them, hey, this guy said this, now they getting riled up about it. Because you got a group of black people who feel like the N-word is exclusive. We've taken it back and we've claimed it. That's the only thing we've been able to claim. So we want to hold on that so dearly. We don't want to let anybody else have it except for the Mexicans, the Asians, other non-Americanized Africans, anybody with white people. That's basically what it is, right? Anybody but perceived white people. But if a perceived white person, I'm gonna start using perceived white, like what's the name? Use suspected white supremacists. Perceived white people, just it's a no-go. It's a ban on the word. You're not allowed to say it. And if you do, you basically initiated the second coming of the Holocaust, right? Like that's how motherfuckers act. Like people act like you just burn the world down. Look, white people made the goddamn word. We took the shit. We should be, if anything, we should be happy to get to use it. Because we can play the whole, well, we took it and made it into a term of endearment and all this other dumb shit. And this is coming from a nigga that used the word nigga quite often. We can justify it, we can validate it, we can try to soften it however we want to. It is what it is. You heard the word nigga a million times in your fucking life. You're not mad when somebody says it. You just feel like you're overpowered or whatever else it is, and you just don't like it because you feel like someone is insulting you. It is what it is. But the reason why those people feel like that is because they've placed that association with themselves. A motherfucker called me and well, I'm gonna look around because I'm confused as to who you're speaking to, right? Like, now, if you're trying to level, angry statements at me, or you're trying to do whatever, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that. Like, because I already know you're trying to push a button. I don't give away the power for free. You're gonna have to do better than that. Like at the very base level, like every nigga who claims to get mad when they hear the word nigga is you're weak. And you might not like me saying this, but it's true. Because if you get agitated and irritated, you get mad and go into a frenzy over a word, regardless of the history, regardless of, who's using it, the background, any of that, then you've given away your personal power, right? Because now I have a remote control on you. I'm having a bad day. I want you to feel bad too. Hey, nigger. And then now you jump up, you rile you up, and you mad, and you want to fight, and you want to do all this other shit. Like, I have control over you. I'm not a person that is big on just giving away control for nothing. Like, this is not going to be that easy. But then you got the second group of people who are allegedly upset at what Joe Rogan said. And the second group is the white liberals. Because again, a lot of these people in the news media, kind of, because they're pumping it up a little bit because a guy like Joe, you're talking about basically a one-man show where you got a couple of assistants, a few guys, maybe 5 people in the fucking room doing better numbers than, the biggest news organizations in America combined, at prime time. And they hate that shit. They hate the fact that, this guy can come over here and say these things and get millions, if not hundreds of millions of views. And, they're barely cracking 1 million, right? And they're putting all this work, effort, all these motherfuckers behind the scene, all these people doing all this unnecessary shit, and you got to pay them for it. So the overhead is ridiculous. And it's funny because most news organizations are basically Skyping now. Anyway, we got the news and you got the white liberals, and the liberals who are acting like in the injustice to the black man. It's not about that. It's really about the Rona shit. It's been that shit with the doctor and, Neil Young or whatever else, want to take the episodes off. All that stuff is what it is. It has nothing to do with race. Because let's be honest, although we play that card or we make it seem like a thing, race in America doesn't matter. Like, race is like AIDS. Like, it's not cool anymore. It's not chic, but the HIV is coming back. That's another conversation, more so for the Discord. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But it's not trendy anymore, the race thing. BLM, the leaders have absconded with the money. They don't even want to be BLM anymore. They just want to go, get a bunch of Caucasian carpet like they do, but holler Black Lives Matter. Anyway, I think that's so weird. All the super pro-blacks always have interracial partners. But hey, if you're into that, you're into that. But again, like I said, so these people who are really not mad, who are feigning anger for black people that they really don't give a shit about. They just want to give them some crack pipe and tell them shut the fuck up. So like nobody's really upset by this, right? Nobody is really upset by this. They are just pretending this way because, like I said, the Neil Young thing didn't work. Who'd have thunk it, right? And people are mad because this man has a level of power. So what you have is you have a lot of old entertainers who aren't making the money anymore. When's the last time anybody's listened to India.Arie? India.Arie don't even listen to India.Arie no more. And then you got these fake fans, or you got people who are Corona crazy and don't want anybody to say anything. Like, you're not allowed to have a differing opinion, whether you provide facts or not, because you can sit here and get mad at this one man, but I'm sure you got 10,000 other podcasts that are pro, government advice, depending on, who, what, where. So now they're going through all this. The U.S. government has tried to inform Spotify to try to censor. This is censorship, right? We don't like what you're saying. We can't prove what you're saying is wrong. We can't provide a legitimate argument against what you're saying. So we just don't want you to say it, right? We just want to wipe you out in your whole existence. We want to see everything that you've built and worked for. We want to burn it down because you're not in 100% agreement with me. But anyway, like I said, here's the mistake, right? And here's the huge mistake that Joe made, and that was fucking apologizing, bro. Like, he shouldn't apologize for the niggas. He shouldn't apologize for the fucking Planet of the Apes joke. I heard that shit a long fucking time ago, and I thought that shit was hilarious when he was talking about going to the movie theater with, like, in the black side of town, and it was some old Planet of the Apes, whatever. Yes. Have you ever gone to the movies in a heavily black area of town? You ain't got to necessarily be black. When you go to movies on that side of town compared to the other side of town, it's a noticeable difference, right? It's a huge difference. And I noticed it myself once I made the switch, right? Like, the movies are so much more enjoyable on the white people's side. I hate to say it, niggas, y'all be talking too much in the movies. Some of y'all niggas in here be talking in the movies. Look, I want to watch the goddamn movie. I'll talk to you after the goddamn movie. And then people get mad. Niggas get mad when you call them out for having, improper movie etiquette, and they be ready to fight or shoot you because they ruin a movie for everybody. But there's that. The thing is, people wake up every goddamn day wanting to be upset about a bunch of nothing, about a bunch of shit that doesn't fucking matter. I heard about that Euphoria show, right? And it's basically about a bunch of teenagers on fucking drugs, and they're trying to make it seem like they're on hard drugs, and they're trying to make it seem glamorous and glorious. Like, but I mean, that's what it is, right? Like, now, like, remember, like, I mean, again, everybody lived from rap music, but there was a point when the rap did start. We were just rapping about playing basketball, like I Got Next. Now, we got to rap about murdering and bodying motherfuckers. But even back in the day with your gangster rap, it was always about hustling, being the seller, being the pusher. That was the cool side. Now, the motherfuckers use all the goddamn drugs. Like, they use all the fucking drugs. They don't sell any of the drugs. Now everybody's a dope fiend. Now you got TV shows out here about teenage dope fiends, and you're glamorizing. You know what happens to teenage dope fiends? They get fucking sex trafficked. There's nothing glamorous about that. That's what happens, whether it is by a organized crime or whether it's just some street walking other shit. It gets to the point where they're exchanging sex for dope because they ain't got shit else going on. They're not going to work. They already got piss poor work ethic. They full of dope. They don't want to do shit else. That's the show. I could tell you the shit in one episode. Bitch start doing dope, she get addicted, and next thing you know, she letting old niggas run through her for a baggie. I don't know. I've never watched the show. I'm not gonna watch the show. It's a lot of shit I don't watch because you can already tell what's going on. But people try to justify and validate. This is what we are. Like, the country has gotten so bored from the line. Like, y'all, they're watching and glamorizing teenage dope fiend. Motherfuckers are so lifeless in this fucking country. Motherfuckers fucking so whack. This is what it is. That's why I cannot watch. Like, it's anyway, right? We got the teenage dope fiends. What else we got going on? What's this? Okay. You got teenage dope fiends. You got yes, exactly. If I need a bootleg, I ain't got to worry about niggas be getting up walking through the movies, motherfucking flossing and shit. I don't know what niggas is doing up to nowadays. I have no idea. Alexander DeWanda, what's the motherfucking deal? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? Right? You can have it. Take Jigaboo, Buckwheat, picking any Jungle Bunny, Boo Boo the Food, Mook, Spook as well. Moon Cricket. Don't leave out Moon Cricket. And Porch Monkey. Miss Bell called someone a porch monkey in the Discord. If you were there, you know. If you weren't there, well, you missed a great time. But anyway, so, there's that. I got a couple of videos I want to show y'all. I hadn't done that in a while. And then I want to talk about one more particular topic, and then we're going to open up the lines if anybody's going to call in. If not, then I will continue to ramble. But I got some very interesting vids to show you guys. But again, don't apologize. Once they apologize, they fucking break you, right? And you're apologizing to a bunch of people who would never watch your show anyway, right? Like a bunch of people who don't support you anyway. And you're basically apologizing to these people for existing and having your own. Like, don't fucking apologize. All right. So a couple of things are going to happen. Niggardry. It's all niggardry today, right? There's just nothing but niggardry. It's only a few videos, but I'm talking shit. And I'm going to show y'all some shit as to why I say some of the things I say. A lot of y'all be like, Honcho be hating, Honcho just be bashing black women, or he hates black folks, or whatever, y'all may or may not believe, right? Really not my job to convince you either way. But I will provide evidence as to why I say the things that I do say. I don't even know where to start, honestly. It's Black History Month, so we'll start with this. I don't know if y'all seen this, right? Because the other day I talked about the coach they call the Rosa Parks of football. Like, God damn it, nigga, you couldn't be a dude, you had to be a chick because you acting like a little bitch. Now, fake Rosa Parks gets this fucking cardboard cutout Rosa Parks. It gets a permanent seat on the bus. Rosa Parks wasn't even the first fucking Rosa Parks, bro. Like, that's what kills me. Like, that's why I say all this shit from civil rights prior to now, all of this shit is politics. I can't remember the little girl's name who was actually like the first to actually say, fuck you, I'm not giving up this seat. And I want to say she was a little girl and she was pregnant. And that's why they didn't want to push her at the forefront of the movement, because it would look bad, right? Because she was an underage pregnancy. Then Rosa Parks did it, and they blew the shit all out of proportion, right? So whatever. Let's just watch the video, bro. That's Happy Black History Month.
And a picture of Parks. In 1955, Parks refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery, Alabama bus and was arrested, a key moment in the fight to desegregate buses. The idea to honor Parks on a bus came from a SEPTA employee. SEPTA CEO and general manager quoted Parks today.
We will never go back to the way it was.
38 bus.
Never go back to the way it was. We're on the way there now, and niggas are actively rooting for segregation. It's like them little clown ass chicks at ASU who were mad about something about the diversity student area or something. They went attacking them dudes who were not fucking with nobody. Dudes were just trying to study, minding their own fucking business. I think he had like a Blue Lives Matter shirt on or something like that. And then when they finally showed the two chicks who were behind the camera, surprise, surprise, there was no surprise. You know exactly what they were. They were the type of people in the Wokey Woke videos that I show y'all quite often. And no, I don't have any woke videos tonight, so nobody has to worry about any questionable gender bending or any of that this evening. Okay, so y'all can rest assured it's okay. But this is taking place in Philly, right? And her shit happened in Montgomery, Alabama. Whatever. I'm not even gonna argue. Let's get some violence out the way. Let's get the violence out the way, and then the other things I have are just certain points that I need to make. Black Lives Matter. It's Black History Month, right? So I got to hit y'all with the BLM. Now, motherfuckers always talking about, oh, some white cop did this, or that, or it's always something, right? But we never talk about the incidents that happen every single fucking day in certain neighborhoods, right? Certain cities. A lot of common factors, very easy. We know what it is. We know why it's happening, but we don't want to talk about it. Like if you ever see a news article and something happens and they don't state the race of the person, 7 times out of 10, they're black. The other 3, they're probably Hispanic. And I don't think they don't care about the Asians. Asians all know karate. So anyway, Black Lives Matter, right? We need to protect all black folks and the kids and all that. Tell that to these niggas. Couple of things going on here, right? Motherfuckers shooting wild and recklessly. Almost every other day, we come in here, we talk about the latest violence that is taking place and is taking the life of a child, generally under the age of 13, hadn't even reached their teenage years yet. And this is how these type of things happen. The motherfucker jump out the car shooting recklessly. There's nothing but kids out there, a couple of chicks, the one dude, I don't even know where, I guess he was on the other side of the car. This shit looked like a scene straight out of Menace to Society on the cool. Because you see the little kid on the trike, the whiteboard stripping, otherwise I'd start circling. Y'all know I like the whiteboard. I'd pull it out and start circling shit. And, basically, the scene out of Menace to Society, the fucking kid sitting on the tricycle right there and all that other shit, and I don't know. Well, they got terrible aim because he was up point blank and didn't look like he finished the job. But anyway, but like I'm saying, who's doing this? Is this a random white man that's just jumped out of a vehicle causing all this violence, niggas? I guess it must be. We have to blame the white man. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna look through the timeline of this thing and I'll be able to blame a white person somewhere. I think a white person cut him off in traffic, and so that's the reason. Right. We'll figure it out. Yeah, let's get these couple of them out the way. I don't know what this one is. And sometimes, niggardry never dies, right? Niggardry never dies. No matter how old you get. No matter how old you get, if it's in you, it's in you, right? Let me put this on the outside. See it. If it's in you, it's in you. Some shit just never changes.
I want to tell all the peace here, this man about people them.
Old niggas beefing, bro. I have no idea. One of them But like I say, if it's in you, it's in you. Some shit just never changes, right? This next video I'm gonna play, I have absolutely no idea what it is. I'm gonna just watch it because I don't remember what it is. The preview's all covered up.
I'm doing small.
We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. We will come back to this. Just we're gonna come back to it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. This can't be in America. This has to be what I'm going to show you. Has to be in Africa, right? And I just want to know, and y'all can just drop it in the chat. Usually we do a 0 for no, a 1 for yes, but we'll just do a quick yes or no. Just drop it in the chat. After the video plays, I would like to know if you would attend a church like this. I don't know if y'all noticed right here at this part what kind of happens. I find it a little bit funny. There's that little slip, that little accident, if you will. Like this motherfucker ain't even preaching. This motherfucker got motherfucker lined up to spank them, right? You see, he's spanking all the females. The other nigga, I guess, the deacon or whoever else that motherfucker is, he over there sitting there with the belt by a bunch of niggas looking pissed off. Look at this nigga, like, I ain't finna spank these goofy ass. And then these niggas, like, they face all up in these bitches' feet. I don't know what kind of shit going on here, but I guess, you know, anything in the name of religion. Let me make sure I have those out of the way. Oh, continuing the case for Black History Month. This is why I say these quote unquote white liberals and these niggas too who are, you know, advancing this shit. I'm tired of it, bro. Like I'm tired of it. Like, you know, I told y'all, like, I've done videos where I say why I don't identify as pro-Black, even though I like to support quality Black things and, you know, Black business and stuff like that. Why I don't identify as pro-Black. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm not even giving a shit about none of that no more. Like, at this point, I'm so tired of niggas, right? Like, I'm advocating for all of the competency tests at the fucking polls. Like, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers reading, writing tests, give them some arithmetic, like figure it out, because it's gone too goddamn far. Like, certain people should no longer have opinions in society, including everybody who thought that this was a good idea. And for those of you who can't see it, because you may be on a device that may be too small, this is Colin in black and white. Remember Colin Kaepernick had got a show or something like that on Netflix. We spoke about it a couple of months ago. I didn't watch it. I will never watch it. I have no interest in watching it, whether to prove my point's right or wrong. Colin in black and white, the official curriculum. There is absolutely no fucking curriculum in the world that is necessary to talk about fucking Colin Kaepernick. Motherfucker did nothing. Like, now to the point, like, because they have no more heroes, they start selling you these substanceless motherfuckers and try to validate like they did something. Colin Kaepernick did nothing. What did he achieve? He fucking lost a fucking job that he had. I guess that's niggas. That's nigga history. The nigga lost the job he already had. Couldn't get another one. Like willingly, Colin Kaepernick played himself, and that's what happened ultimately. And this is Black history somehow. The half black, half white guy who lived with nothing but white people, was raised and benefited from white privilege. Like I said, was not around niggas like that. You can tell by the way Colin Kaepernick act, talk, behave. He tries to play all this shit. This nigga did not hang out with niggas, even the fake niggas on the fake TV show that they try to make seem like lived in his neighborhood. Colin did not start fucking with niggas till he got to the goddamn NFL, right? Like, barely, right? Then there's all of a sudden afros growing out, braids, and all this other shit, right? This is what always happened, like fucking Trevor Noah or fucking Jay-Z. Motherfuckers start all of a sudden get on some woke shit. Now they got to prove their blackness, that their hair grows nappy, so they got to start growing their fucking shit out and doing all this dumb shit. Like it's stupid, bro. It's really fucking dumb. But anyway, Colin in black and white, the official curriculum. I wish the fuck I would have found out that they were teaching this to the little one in school. I'd burn that motherfucker down, bro. Like, it's arson. We're going to have a problem. Anyway, coming soon, February 13, 2022. Only 3 more days until we drop our full Colin in black and white curriculum in honor of Black History Month. Colin Kaepernick's not black, right? So Colin Kaepernick is probably the least black individual you could talk about when it comes to Black History Month. Like, I know people love to use that one drop rule shit. And niggas love it, which was some old slave era shit to keep you fucking suppressed. But niggas love to embrace, he's out the room, he a nigga. Like, motherfuckers fucking monkey shit, bro. Like, this motherfuckers want to, we was talking about this in the Discord the other day, and I want to say, might have been Spitz we were talking about how niggas just love to invite anybody to the fucking cookout. Anybody, don't matter. We're extremely fast to cut our own off that are actually valid and meaningful to the community, to the culture, to advancement and growth. But we'll celebrate any motherfucker who can do some old basehead ass shit. Fucking, look, he can jerk. Oh, he's invited to the cookout. Like, stupid shit. That's why, I mean, I really do. I hate niggas. I hate all races of niggas, but black niggas especially, because this shit is just, it's so fucking stupid. 80 plus pages. Colin Kaepernick has not lived an 80-page life. Worth of political education, resources, and activities to guide you through Kaepernick's 6-episode limited series on Netflix. Bullshit, right? Like, it's a fucking crock of shit. This is a fucking joke. And, you know, motherfuckers need try to create these modern day saviors. Colin Kaepernick never went through anything. Colin Kaepernick's whole plea was some self-inflicted bullshit he did to his fucking self. It's a fucking joke. But yet, niggas run after this motherfucker like for whatever reason. Anyway, there's that, right? There's that. And that's probably something angry. I should probably do an entire damn video about, because there's some other things I want to say, but I want to get to these videos because I want to talk about the last thing and then I want to open up the line. Black women. Oh, you guys are not being left out. Let's get the violence out the way first. And I got some shit to talk about, and this is why I say the shit that I say. It's why I say black women in this country are sick, and there is no healing them. And I honestly don't give a fuck. Like I said, at this point, go where you're treated best. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to point out something to you why I say natural black women are the only women for me. I will not date a weird weave-wearing woman. If that's what you like, that's on you. I just wouldn't do it. I will not entertain it. I'm going to show you why. After the violence. See, this is why, what I'm going to show you, black women cannot date interracially. Or they struggle to date interracially, because this is the perception that men of other races have of you.
It's okay, baby. We got corn. He heard me. We got corn, too. You're supposed to come in my motherfucking house, people. Call me before you come. I didn't do anything. You weren't mad. You weren't coming fucking with me. I didn't do anything to you. You weren't fucking with me. You can't. Ain't that your nigga? I don't care. We got a court order too. This nigga not gonna say you don't take my motherfucking kids neither. I don't give a fuck. They gonna pull up. Nobody worry about you, bitch. Let me go. Why you worried about you? Why are you hitting me? Point, dumbass, dumbass, bitch. Why you hitting me? I don't get that. And we got court order too, dumbass. That's right, and you tried coming to get him. I told you that. And you still want to.
No, we got court order, don't we? And we got court order.
Right.
So it's up to me to get your motherfucking kids, right? Right?
Why are you hitting me?
That's okay, baby.
This is what happens when you get these type of women pregnant. This is what happened when you fucking, don't got no dick control. Let a little moment of whatever. And you sign a national contract with that thing. Put it down. Now, what you had, when I found this video, you found a lot of women find it entertaining and ha ha he he. And I can get it because usually what TV shows you is women aren't always the aggressor. So you feel like, oh, they're getting on there. But again, I'm a person about fairness and balance, whether it comes to whatever intersectional, demographic, whatever we got to talk about. And I always just say, do you find it just as amusing if you flip the script? Now, had that been a woman and some dude was hauling off hitting her like that, would it be entertaining? What would have happened after she didn't hit him, I don't know how many times, and ripped his shirt, did all this shit? If he'd have hauled off and hit her one time, what do you think would have happened? Exactly, John. Exactly, John. If you flip that script, right? If you flip the script, now everybody and their mama gonna want to come out the woodworks and, oh, don't there's a female. Well, the female got enough sense to know what she's doing, right? And she's putting herself in that position. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care who you are. If you are attempting to harm me, you are engaging in actions that, are motivated by harm, injury, pain, whatever. A human's natural instinct is to protect themselves. I don't care who you are. I see a lot of crazy stories every day. Motherfuckers get flatlined, like. Oh man, yeah. I saw a crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you turn around and if he hit her ass, he's a domestic abuse, he's a piece of shit. But she's a strong, independent woman, right? Anyway, so that's what I tell y'all. Go where you treated best, man. Don't put yourself in a situation, black man, where you feel like you're forced and you have to be committed to something like that. There are opportunities for you available in the world. Black women, not so much. And the reason why you don't have these opportunities, the reason why other races are not as interested in you is because of these stigmas, because y'all support shit like that, but y'all promote behaviors like that and, think that shit is cool. Another reason, I'm going to show you in just a second, but first.
What you mean? I'm snatch that wig out. Come do it.
Wrong with the children. This is a parent problem. Because what happens when you kick this motherfucker out of school, or this motherfucker gets detention and all this other shit, because these children have no respect for authority, because these parents try to be friends with these motherfuckers because they want to know the latest TikTok trends and dances and social media and shit. And you got all these fucking, especially single mothers who raise their kids like they their friends because they lonely and shit. And so they raise them like their buddies, and these kids think that, they on the same level as all these other adults. I'll knock a kid out. But just seen a case where it was, I want to say it was some kid, they just shot a 13-year-old. They was young. Kids out here killing. I will knock a kid smooth the fuck out. I will not give two shits about it. I will knock your child out and not give two fucks about it. The motherfucker bad. Fuck that kid. Like, I don't give a shit. But this is what I'm saying. One, this is why we're out of it. I'm going to show you something. Look, these young girls that got this fucking head full of fucking weed, they're gonna grow up be fucking trash. Like, she's already out of there. She's already out of there. The teacher wearing fucking wigs. The girls that can't even grow their own fucking hair out. Teenagers fucking look just like the goddamn teacher under their fucking shit. Like, this is another reason why niggas is starting to stray away, starting to venture out. Niggas is tired of this shit. All this fake ass extra shit. Like, my shit is this long, and I grow it and I get tired of the shit. Like, these motherfuckers willingly put this bullshit in their fucking head and fucking think the shit look good. Like, I don't know. And I'm not gonna go all the way on that rant because, y'all know how I get with that. But again, I had to point all these things out to get to these next couple of videos, right? Because they all tie into a similar thing. And this is the biggest issue, I think, when it comes to Black women in America. And it's the hair. I mean, the attitude is a big part of it, but it's the hair is anything. Because once you remove the hair, they all shut down. Like, whatever. But it's the hair. And I'm going to explain. I'm just going to let y'all watch this. All right. I'm going to let y'all watch these. Well, these next two videos go hand in hand, but just you'll understand.
I'm just saying, like, people just be talking.
If that's your friend, don't be talking to your friend like that.
That's not my friend, that's my cousin. But, like, bro, I hate people that sit here and talk about
That's
shit.
how true it is. She made me rip the fucking tag off the paper. Bitch, stop talking to your family like that. No funny shit.
I don't care.
Niggas have sex with these things. Look at this. Look at this. One. Yeah, I understand why all the niggas going gay. I understand why all the Black men going gay. Not whatever. Because y'all fucking with these things that look and talk like this. They talk like little niggas with wigs on. They talk like little men with fucking wigs on. This fucking shit is disgusting. Like, I don't know how the fuck y'all do it. Y'all ain't no motherfucking way. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you got to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro, my thing about it, stop trying to act, bitches need to stop acting like they know shit when they don't, bro. You don't know
told
nothing.
you stop fucking with him, bro.
I been stop fucking with him. He a bum.
Hey, my nigga Eastside, you showed up at the right time. Why can't the brothers on the team? Oh, I'll tell you. Oh, Cartier. Good to see you, Miss Cartier. But again, like I said, this shit right here, bro. This shit right here, is tough. Like, I get mad hearing this shit because her voice, like, I don't know who's. Like, I want to strangle this motherfucker. But yeah.
So, nigga, I'm gonna violate him. I'm gonna violate him, bro. I don't give a fuck about nothing, bro. He all like, Nessa, I don't give a fuck about Nessa.
I hate bitches that say bro.
Nessa's a thought. Like, come on, niggas got vids, bro. Don't let me text niggas for them vids, bro. Dead ass.
I'm in the Bronx. I don't wanna. So come outside.
Yo, why he video calling me? What happened?
So come outside, Prego. I miss my belly. I'm about to have another baby. Yo, what's up? I'm trying to find a baby father.
Nah, you different.
Nigga said, what's up? Trying to find a baby. Yo, Pop. Say, I need a little sister.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Say, I just turned 3 months. Say, I need a little sister.
Alright, I'm about to call you after this live, gang. I got you, Diamond. I got you, gang, after this live.
Fucking like, niggas. Shit's fucking like, this shit makes me want to fucking vomit, dog. And this shit, the real epidemic, the real pandemic that has been going on for the last few years is this fucking bullshit baby hair pandemic. Like, bitches, stop that. This shit ain't no fucking baby hair. Y'all fucking gluing the $2.99 stickers to your fucking. The shit looks trash. Nobody believes you got the baby hairs. All right, the shit is nasty, and you got this shit like plastered fucking down.
Where is this nigga at?
It was suck.
Who wildin'? Nigga said she wildin'. Nigga said, no disrespect, but your lace front wildin' right now. Your lace is wild right now. What she said? What she said?
Now, this bitch can't read. Y'all gonna see This is what I'm saying. Like this is like, I wouldn't say the epitome, but this is like a lot of the bad. This is a lot of this. More of this shit is happening. More of this shit is prevalent within certain aspects of the community. Motherfuckers want to realize, especially these singles. You see this goofy bitch talking about, I just had a baby. It's 3 months old. Tell him you want a fucking a brother or a sister. You goofy bitch. You fucking all this shit on hand. Look, gotta make better fucking decisions. Just I'm gonna let the rest of the place. It's just a lot more.
Oh, what this girl just said? Read what she said.
Now, first, it's a dude because the shit is named Frank Javon Hall. And the motherfucking message says, miss no disrespect, but your lace front wilding right now with the sad face. And somebody laughed at it. This bitch just read the shit and now she talking about what she say. Like, read much?
Said, miss no disrespect, but your lace front wilding right now. Girl, my son not even here yet. I don't get. You can't get your two tied unless you have 5 kids and you over 25. What the fuck she talking about? My laces wilding. What are you talking about? Shorty talking about niggas' laces wilding, bro. Yo, get off my live with that negative energy. Dead ass. Get the fuck off my live with that energy. Bitch said my laces wilding. Nigga said, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Bro, like, yo, she sound like a hater. Who is this girl? I don't even know her. Stop having your live on public. You wouldn't have bitches that you don't know and shit. The fuck? Bitch, shut up. That bitch needs to shut up. Respectfully. She said that is a nigga. Oh. Hold on. Let me. I'm just saying, like, people just be talking. If that's your friend, don't be talking to your friend like that. That's not.
Bring part 2. No, this is, this shit's irritating the fuck out of me.
She said that is a nigga. Oh. Hold on. Let me. No, that is not a nigga. That's a girl. I'm telling you. Son, your shit look. That is a girl, but she got a nigga picture. She said, son, your shit look like you dyed the glue into the thing. Bitch, shut up.
Motherfucker cannot read, bro. Like, motherfuckers cannot read. Like, somebody who just said they don't need to have no technology. They need to have reading tests to get phones. They need to have reading tests to fucking vote. They need to have common sense comprehension exams to fucking drive, to shop in the store. Like, we need a common sense license. We need like just like, you're a society. Like, you can come out and you can engage with the rest of the society if you can just meet this low barrier of entry. If you can't meet this extremely low barrier of entry, you gotta, like, I don't know, we gotta do better. I don't know, we gotta it's just some people that don't need to be here. People like this get opinions. They get to vote about shit. Like, motherfucking shit says, son, your shit look like dried glue in the wind. This motherfucker said some other. I'm gonna bring it back. Son, your shit look like dried glue in the wind. Now look what this motherfucker said. This shit look like you dyed the glue into the thing. Bitch, shut up. Look like you dyed the glue into the thing. These are elementary words. Like, these are, what was it? See Tim run? Tim runs fast. This is like that type of shit. This is the level this is elementary, introductory, base level sounds and reading, right? Like, yeah, and then here's the fucked up part, right? Because when I talk about motherfuckers, these are the type of motherfuckers I be talking about. There's a lot of these motherfuckers. It's a shit. It's more of these motherfuckers, and I'm talking about across all cultures that are on this end of the spectrum than there are on the other end of the spectrum. And so, one, these are the ones that, why do they keep getting knocked up? Because they easy act. They're stupid. They're stupid. They don't know how to do anything else. They don't serve any other purpose. And some nigga is busting this crusty foreheaded broad up from the back with the glue crust flying all over the place. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even the worst of the shit I gotta show. Let me finish this with you. You don't even know what you talking about. Nigga say you don't even know what you talking about. All right, she about to get off my live talking like this. I don't know her. She's mad weird.
That nigga legend had me weak right now. How the fuck you do this? How you block somebody from your live? Hold it. Alright. Bitch, she's a hater. Say, what's up? I got dressed. I need a join. Hey, girl. Say, I got dressed. I need a join. She's a hater. I don't know who that bitch is, but I would smack the shit out of her respectfully. Now, how yes, man, nice outside. I just came from outside. She said, I'm gonna bring y'all some weed. It's man nice outside. Say that. I need to smoke, bro. That's bro. Yo, we smoke. Yo, we been smoking. You just had him. I had him 3 months ago today. Today he just turned 3 months. Why you always looking at you, Diamond? Dumb niggas foot. What he said? Who is these dumb?
Look, the baby is looking at the fucking weave like, what the fuck is going on with that shit? The baby only been on the planet 3 fucking months. 3 months. The baby know that shit ain't right. I ain't talking about the baby, the rapper, this nigga fighting in bowling. I'm talking about this baby. This baby knows that the shit that's on her fucking head is trash, right? And Facebook letting motherfuckers go live was a big mistake, right? Facebook Live reading comprehension tests, mandatory. This shit right here, nigga, and I'm gonna pull it back so y'all can actually see like how terrible the weave is. So I've been pausing all
niggas.
But the motherfuckers think talking about your friend Frank, she know your lace wild and she ain't tell you. Because, yeah, the shit look like shit, bro.
On our live. I don't know, bro. I'm bored. What you fucking with? I'm at Manhattan. Where you at, sis? Bye.
That's why I ass ain't fully on goddamn camera. That shit look like shit, bro. Like, that shit looks terrible. Let's just be honest. I'm trying to see if maybe the first video shows a little bit better. Anyway, y'all see the shit. You just look at this little crust line up here. The shit look ashy all up at the top right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. A bitch would rather put this shit on. Look at the baby. Look at this shit. It's an ash line. It's an ash line down the part. Like, this shit is disgusting. This shit is disgusting. But these motherfuckers would rather go outside looking like this than wearing the shit that naturally grows out of their fucking head. And they think that this shit looks better. And I tell y'all this shit all the time. I tell y'all it's a sickness, it's a disease, it's a problem, it's a pandemic, it's an epidemic, it's endemic, it's whatever you want to fucking call it, right? This baby just like, why? Why is life treating me like this? Like I say, this is a bunch of niggas with pussy. That's what a lot of black women in America have basically become. They talk like niggas, they act like niggas, they fight like niggas. I got a bunch of other videos I could show, a lot of other videos that I got done with women fighting. A bunch of titties fall out, so I ain't gonna show them. On YouTube, I'll share them in the Discord or whatever. But like, don't even care. I got one video, the bitches out there fighting. Then after they driving off or whatever, they be like, "Oh, look at my little titty." It's out like she's bragging because the titty done fell out in the middle of a fight. Like, motherfuckers don't care. Like, motherfuckers used to have some coof. Like, back in the day, pull a little hair, the titty fall out, fight might be over. Now the bitches they coming out in sports bras trying to scrap like niggas. Like, it's, I feel sorry for you if this is what you into. But look at this shit. Look at this little crusty ass shit. Now, if you thought that this shit was bad, that's my favorite video. I should have saved it. I shared it in the den. I did share it in the den. I don't think I shared it on the fuck stop, but did I show it last? Did I show the weed video last week? Where they were throwing the weave around in the coppers? It might have been in the Discord. But that's my favorite video of the year, the fucking weave party video. Now I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show you something where this is going to change your perspective. If you're not familiar, because let me tell you something, right? Like, when I grew up, my mom's side of the family, only one woman in my mom's side of the family, it's mostly women, wore weave, right? So you gotta look at it like, my mom is my mom. She got 3 sisters. You can talk about my grandma. And then, let me see. My mom had a daughter, my sister, before she passed away. Her older sister had a daughter. who's about the same age as my sister, had a daughter, son about the same age as my sister. The youngest sister has a daughter who just graduated. And I think the one above that, well, that aunt we're not even going to discuss, but had no daughters. But out of all of the females on that side of the family, the only one who wore it was the older cousin, my aunt, my oldest aunt, her daughter was the only one I ever knew that wore weave from a young age, even until now. Also happened to be the darkest female in the family on that side, and also the largest, right? It's not to make fun of, this is not to, do any of these things, but I just point out there's certain stuff that goes on when people feel certain ways about themselves, and the way they behave and the things that they do. So to me, weave was like real wild. Like I didn't understand how like deep the shit was. Like I had seen like weave glue once, and like I'd seen like a loose track once. Like I knew that there was weave happening in school. Like I wasn't super proficient with it. Like I didn't have the game like sewed up. And I didn't really understand weave until college. And a chick that I was dating at the time used to do hair. And then once I start seeing the witchcraft and sorcery behind it, I was like, oh, this is terrible. I've been deceived my whole life. Now, what I'm going to show some of you, if you're not familiar with the process, what I'm going to show you is not normal, but this is also not uncommon. And this is what I'm going to show you is why I call this a sickness, a disease, that more Black women are willing to go out looking crusty lined with the crusty edge up. They're willing to wear this weave for months on end till it gets matted and disgusting underneath, starts smelling like horse ass. Like, this is more common than you would like it to be. I'm not saying this is prevalent. I'm not saying this is the majority. I would like to think most Black women have a decent schedule of hair swappage, but I don't know. I don't know how this stuff goes. I don't deal with those kind of women like that, especially anymore. But what I'm going to show you is not uncommon. And the fact that it's not uncommon is a problem. And some of y'all are going to learn some things about weave and the magic and the sorcery that you may have never known. Like I said, if you were not raised in an environment like this is going to be completely shocking to you. If you've been around long enough, then not so much. This may be one of the more shocking, or this may be one of the more outrageous videos I've ever showed in the video. I'll just leave it like that. That's completely how I feel about this. So let's go. I mean, it's out the gate. This shit is tough and sad. Now, what you may or may not know, right? What you may or may not. This is that Queen Op person. This is the same one that had the dirty son. Is this the same 117? Because I remember you talking about it before. I have no idea who this motherfucker is. And anyway, there's supposed to be something between your head and the hair glue. Like the weave is not supposed to sit directly on the head. There's supposed to be like a little cap, I guess, to make it a wig. I think there's sew-ins and some other shit. The glue does not go directly on the skin. It puts the lotion on the skin. She's putting glue directly on her skin. Look at this shit. There's a lot more of this shit going on under those weaves out there than y'all want to believe. So I don't want nothing to do with it. ghetto ass nails, all this other crazy shit. They do all this deceptive shit to get you interested. They look like sex toys. You're like, oh, this is gonna be a fun ride. This is what you really getting when you get with a lot of this shit. A lot of y'all been with some bitches who got weave in their head. Y'all ain't never seen them fucking natural ever in your life. Red flag.
Stop it. Stop. Stop.
Let's talk about cultural appropriation. Be a motherfucker like this who will complain when a Kardashian gets their hair braided, or Iggy, raps or something like this. Same person will chemically burn themselves, will fuck up all their natural well-being to wear or to have the appearance of another culture. The fake lashes, the fucking fake hair glued directly onto the fucking scalp. It's fucking, so you can't, nigga, who wants to hit, like, that's why I say that shit, when I see that shit, it's so fucking disgusting to me. Like, and I know people get mad, oh, you hate them. I'm like, no, that's not black women. I hate the shit that black women do, not black women themselves. They engage in a bunch of stupid fucking behaviors, and this is one of them. It's disgusting. Like, knowing the origin is, who would want to hit that from the back and try to pull that shit? Like, I'd be afraid the shit gonna come off. Then you gotta take the bitch to the hospital because you ripped half her fucking scalp off. That's definitely gonna kill the mood. And like, after seeing this, like, who wants to hit, like, and it's not like I was sitting here rocked up or anything, but my weave shriveled up a little bit more seeing this. Just got uncomfortable. I ain't like this shit. Anyway, disgusting. Not me, more for y'all. Oh, I did it out of order. I said that one video I said I was going to show y'all, right? And this is what I'm saying about it's hair related. And I talked to y'all about black business, and we were speaking about this the other day in the Discord, where like niggas need to take like customer service classes, period. Like, you need to take customer service classes. And shit like this is why.
I'm doing small knotless on this client, and this client was very fucking ungrateful and said, texting people saying that I took too long and everything. I'm doing small knotless on this client, and this client was very fucking ungrateful and said, texting people saying that I took too long and everything. I'm doing small knotless on this client, and this client was very fucking ungrateful and said, texting people saying that I took too long and everything.
How much business do you think she lost after this? Stupid bitch. Like, who's gonna go to you? Regardless if you were right or wrong. Like, if you were right, cool. Don't deal with that client again because they're too much of a hassle. But your stupid ass is gonna record yourself pushing a client down the stairs, and you think that's gonna be good for your business? If you don't catch a case behind it, you try to push a motherfucker down the fucking stairs, bro. And just feel like it's normal. It's A-okay. Bitches is crazy.
Already know some thirsty dudes will run up in her raw, irritated scalp, harpy claw nails and all. This is depressing.
Yeah, niggas don't give a fuck. You ain't lying. Niggas don't give a shit. This is a nigga who will. Niggas don't give a fuck, bro. Niggas don't like give two shits. Appreciate the love, Strong and Grand, aka Dan the Man. Makes me sad, but yes, appreciate the love. Man, look, what they better not do, shit. They better not be looking at my look. Don't look at my phone. I'm gonna be on some other shit. I'm gonna be in the bad areas of Twitter, so don't be reading my shit. I don't honestly. So like right now, like I just went to a new stylist the other day, and like don't get it twisted, right? Because I was in the Discord talking about it. It actually ended up being a better experience than it started out. It started out bad. So my appointment's for 9 a.m, and I got there at 8:50. Like, yeah. I mean, come on, y'all know I can't even show up to the damn streams on time. I actually got there early. I was like, I'm gonna be there early. I'm making a conscientious effort to be more timely, right? That's the appropriate thing to do. So she hits me, telling me she's running a little late. She's in traffic. So I'm like, all right, whatever, not tripping. Now, a little late for different people is different. So I'm sitting in the car, I'm posted up at the spot. It's like one of those places where there's like a lot of suites, where you see a lot of these things now, these salon suites or collections or whatever, where instead of one person, I guess, owning the building, a lot of people rent little booths and stuff like that or little areas, which is cool. It's cool. I find it weird because I wonder if like other stylists be trying to poach motherfuckers. Because now that I think about it, she walked me out at the end, and like I guess it's probably a smart thing to do because you have motherfuckers stick their head out, like, hey, well, come to me next time. It's a dirty game out there. You got to get paid. But so she's gonna be late. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm in the Discord chopping up with listening. I think I was in the sauce, and I'm watching some shit. And so I went through this service, and then I get a message from the service talking about, you've been charged, whatever, for a no-show fee and all this other stuff. And so I called him like, did you ever come up here? And she was like, yeah, I came up there and then I didn't see you, so I left. I was like, I mean, didn't call for anything. Like, she's like, no, you didn't see me walking. I was like, nah, I barely remember what you look like. I had to go up to the school to get my books the other day. And so she ran up on me at the school talking about, could I do your hair? And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. And so I already, after that little exchange, she's like, okay, well, I'm on my way back up. It's going to take about 15 minutes or whatever. After that exchange, I'm already kind of leery, if you will, right? But like I said, we got in there, chopped it up, just talked. I was like, fuck it, I'm already here. It is what it is. And she actually turned out to be one of the better stylists that I've dealt with. I wasn't initially judgmental, but I have this thing about, I prefer like lock stylists to have locks if they're going to do it, because women who have permed hair or straightened hair or weave and shit, like they're used to doing shit the easy way, because I guess it's quote unquote easier to manage that type of hair. So stylists who primarily do that hair, I don't like them fucking with my shit because they do weird shit, and it's true. But anyway, so like I say, turned out to be all right person, turned out to be a good experience. This situation right here, nothing like that. Imagine you getting mad if you are taking long, if you were being late and all that other shit, and you trying to push the client down the fucking stairs. Like, you want to catch a case, so whatever you got paid is going to be going on your fucking bail. Well, depending on where you get, they'll just give you a PR and let you out. But this is what I'm saying, like niggas need customer service. Like, there's going to be disagreements. There's going to be situations where, that things are not always going to be 100% smooth. You're going to have clients that are maybe not happy ultimately with the service. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But you can't go trying to push motherfuckers down the stairs. The reason I did what I did. I'll explain on the stream. But so that's just something that has to be worked on. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and I promise I'm gonna open up the line here in just a second, is body shaming. Right? Body shaming. She gets smashed right now. And the reason why I say dreads and donuts, fades and falafels, frozen fries. What are y'all doing? Y'all are terrible people. Perms and pastrami. That sounds disgusting. You said it got my dreads salon type of mine. Never again. But honestly, I don't really like going to salons. I prefer some ghetto broad trapping out of house. But I've learned it's 50-50 either way. And some of these salons ain't no different than these ghetto motherfuckers doing the shit out their fucking house. Salons be unkept and messy. Some of them be real nice and neat. It's like just like some people keep their homes real nice and neat. It just depends on who you're dealing with. Yeah, some motherfuckers be doing way too much. All right. So body shaming. And we'll go back to the main screen for this. I don't have a video to go with my body shaming. So a thing happened this week. You may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. We might have a little echo. Let me take that off. You may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. Apparently, one Mr. is getting hot in here. Got it real hot in the gram. And apparently dropped some form of adult physical activity tape on his Instagram. Now, I have not been privy to see it. I don't know what's what, and it's not really about that, right? Like, I don't really care. Celebrities are people just like us. I'm not checking for fucking Nelly. That'd be weird. And I think I've retired ever since the Black China sex. I've been done with celebrity adult educational tapes because let's be honest, they're trash. So whatever. But apparently it accidentally, quote unquote, got leaked up to the gram and it got put out there. Now, what I did see was disgusting. What I did see was vile. What I did see, people should be ashamed of for putting it out there. And that is the disgusting double standard of body shaming that has been applied to one Mr. Nelly. Apparently, the black women, same black women with all the statistics, numbers, and everything else that we can discuss in this society, but we're not allowed to, because if we do, we're policing black women, we're shaming black women, we hate black women if we say any of this stuff, right? These same people apparently were not satisfied with what they saw or with what they were expecting or whatever. And so multitudes of tweets and various memes and whatever else have been spewed all across the internet, right? Making allegations or assumptions or critiques, if you will, about what these women saw. Why is it okay? Because there's nobody checking, nobody saying, oh, you shouldn't say that. Nobody saying that's not right. Why is it okay for a woman to body shame a man over something that cannot be controlled, right? And there may be surgeries for it nowadays, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're specialized. Yeah, I think they did say Dr. Miami does the surgery. But still much riskier than the shit that, motherfuckers been doing for years. You talk about weight, you're a bad person, even though weight is something that can be lost, right? You can't body shame people for weight, even though that's something you have 100%, 98% control over. It's like a few people who actually have real conditions that are hindering them. Most people try to claim that shit don't have that problem. So the overwhelming majority of people have control over. You can't say anything about that. But like I said, it's okay. It is okay to bash the male member, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Why is that? It's usually because people who feel like they've been the victim or they're always on the wrong side of something. And I guess they get their little opportunities. They want to maximize it. But then when you call them out on it, somehow it's not the same thing. That's why I say I don't try to play the racial angle of, well, I'm going to call all these white people things they used to call us for years. How does that benefit you? How does that help you? Like, if it was a despicable act, if it was a deplorable action, something that made you feel a particular kind of way, how do you think you're going to resolve or come to a resolution by treating, someone else the same way? One, who probably had nothing to do with it, whether they were the descendants of people who did or didn't, that didn't have actual, interactions with whatever it may be that you're mad about, and probably don't care. But for some reason, like I say, when you feel like the victim, it's okay to say things about, one group. But if they say something back, well, then, they're a piece of shit. They're terrible. Same situation like in the Dave Chappelle stuff or, any of these things. And so I just found that extremely funny how nobody said anything about that, right? But as soon as Lizzo plops one of her lopsided ass cheeks bare naked on a fucking Lakers floor seat, we're supposed to be proud. We're supposed to be supportive. We're supposed to be body positive. And this is someone being despicable in public, right? Engaging in stuff in public. Like we've seen this shit all the time. But if you say something, you're a bad person, you're a hater. If you say that that's something you're not attracted to, you're fat phobic, or you hate black women, or whatever. Like all these traits are associated with shit that have nothing to do with anything. But you're a bad person for calling it out. People feel like Mr. Nails came up a little short, and so they go free reign talking all crazy. But here's the funny part about it, right? Like here's ultimately like what I find the most entertaining about all of this shit is because you had so many people saying whatever the fuck they were saying. But let's be honest. If Nelly pulled up on any one of these bitches, and he wouldn't have to be offering no money or none of that shit, none of that. They bend over, bust it open with the fucking quickness, right? And so that's my thing. Like that's the crazy shit about it. Like motherfuckers just be out here talking reckless, talking goofy, making no fucking sense. But knowing in reality, we all know, what they're really made of, right? So it is what it is. The Hulk Hogan sex tape was terrible. I didn't watch it, but it's Hulk Hogan. I don't ever want to see Hollywood Hogan go NWO on the sex tapes. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. Who was it? Adele. You can't. What's the thing? But what was the other thing with Adele? She lost weight, and people shamed her for losing weight. And she said she feels better than she has in a long time, or ever, or whatever she said. And people got mad. I championed Adele because she was fat, and now that she lost weight, I feel a certain way. Well, probably still feel fat. If you champion Adele just because she was fat, it's a stupid thing to do. Just like championing somebody just because they're black, it's a stupid thing. Just because they're white, it's a stupid thing to do. Like, why don't you look for characteristics that you actually admire? You know what I'm saying? If this is going to be somebody you're going to look up to, being able to just sing a song is not a fucking quality characteristic. Being able just to rap some shit is not a quality characteristic. It's the ability to entertain. Like, anyway, so people got mad at her for that, for whatever. So like I said, you're always gonna have people who are gonna complain. And unfortunately, it's the people who complain that get the most recognition and acknowledgement, but they deserve the least. But again, like I said, this is where we are. This is America. This is the country that we currently live in. Still best country in the world, but deteriorating quickly. And I mean like eroding from the inside out. This is where we are. But hey, let's have fun while it burns, right? Give me just a second. Let me get the line going. I'm gonna put the number up. We got about 25 more minutes of showtime. And after the show, we will be in the after party in the Discord. Man, come join me there. We can talk about whatever. Stay in there for a little bit. Whatever y'all want to discuss. Always open. Again, if you're in the Discord, man, we talk all day long. So I advise you, hey, y'all just want to chop it up. It's a cool thing to do. Helps a lot of people get through their work days. That's what I've definitely started to know. Oh, the shit's already up. That's something I've definitely noticed. People definitely like coming in the Discord while they're at work, even if they just ear hustling. I believe this is the new number. It might not be, actually. I don't know. 832-5014-336. 832-5014-336. If you want to call the den, if you want to discuss any of the things that we have gotten into tonight. I'm sorry. No wonder why. And if anybody tried to call last time, the area code is wrong. I apologize. I knew something wasn't right. I was like, something seems off about this. It's 346. It's a newer Houston area code. My bad. 346-5014-336. Y'all have probably been calling somebody's grandma. It's late. She's trying to sleep. And y'all been waking her up. So shame on y'all. Y'all, I can't believe y'all did that. I would never. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Andale, mama, what's popping tonight, bro?
Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. How you doing this evening, sir?
I am chilling. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm hopped up off of melatonin and cold medicine.
Yes.
Not because I have a cold, but I'm a hypochondriac like everybody else in this country at this point. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. The melatonin
should knock me out.
Yeah, the melatonin gonna keep you safe, man. The melatonin gonna get you right. It has some research I was doing. It has multiple benefits, even with this thing that we've been fearing for the last couple of years. Apparently, it does a lot of wonders with that. But
interesting.
But better safe than sorry. So man, how are you feeling about the multitude of things that have been covered this evening? I don't even know where to start, man. I mean, you pick your poison.
Well, I'm gonna first start with the Nelly thing, and I agree with you, man. I think it's absolutely insane. Look, bro. I mean, that's the whole thing with like nude pics and shit like that. My sex tape got leaked, all this other shit, bro. Watch what the fuck put on social media. Just be careful about that shit. I mean, did he push the wrong button and just sent the shit out? How do you do that? Well, he must have faded or something. I don't know how this happens. How do you send out your entire member exposed? I don't know. And I ain't laughing about the size thing. Hey, look, some dudes come up short, and that's life, goddammit. Fuck it. It is what it is. But I tell you this though. 82% of them broads on the medias that's social, they'd be jumping on his jock as quick as possible. Man, we just talked about this shit. We just talked about this shit on the Discord. If Nelly, they'd be there every night, like Nelly said, bro. I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah, the computer would say, like, yeah, when you write some offensive tweet, then you delete it. Oh man, my computer would say. Rappers was doing that shit a lot of years ago. I remember Gucci Mane went off on everybody. My computer was hacked. It's such a convenient excuse. Yes. What was that one dude? I love McConan, that on a Tuesday dude.
Oh.
That guy, like he dissed Rihanna, Drake, a bunch of other motherfuckers. He said, oh man, my computer was hacked, bro. No, bitch, your career got hacked. Yeah. You fucking, well, what career? He's the one that wonder.
Yeah, that's
it,
terrible.
Bro. I don't know why he thought he was going anywhere past that. I hope he saves some money. I doubt it though. Good luck to him though. Good luck. I ain't a hater. But yeah, man. Hey, Nelly, fucking bro. It is what it is. Now as for Joe Rogan, never apologize. Yeah. The minute you apologize, it's like say something controversial or what some people deem controversial. It's like kind of dipping your feet in like the chaotic waters of social justice warriors on the internet. But the minute you apologize, it's like slitting your fucking wrist open, letting the blood drip out. And they're sharks. Once they taste a bit of blood, they're not gonna stop. You fucked up. You shouldn't apologize. And his apology was like, oh, it's so terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. He's flagellating himself on the altar of most people are offended. Where it appears to me were white liberals, just from the social media aspect. Then of course the constant faux blacks. They call themselves pro blacks or whatever. I call them faux blacks because
like
some of the things that they vouch for. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying just like the Trevor Noahs of the world, which is an odd
He's
thing.
talking all that shit. He's oh god, it's astounding. So yeah, he fucked up by apologizing. I actually lost some respect for him because race, and like I said, race had nothing to do. That seemed a little politically motivated, quite honestly, in my humble opinion. A little politically motivated, just a little bit, because the reason he got so much controversy is because he brought certain people on, certain well-known doctors who had certain patents for certain. It rhymes with it basically rhymes with that word we can't say without flagging algorithms. So basically, the word it rhymes with Max Dean. Max Dean, yeah. So yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, Robert Morgan or whatever, it was Dr. Robert something, and then there's other people, and then mass formation psychosis. When you start mentioning these things, very interesting, very interesting. So and then speaking of transphobic, The Rock's a cocksucker. He's a bitch. Dwayne Johnson. He said like, I'll come on the show, Joe, and then he said N-word, oh how dare you. Meanwhile, he's doing characters of Chinese people and a bunch of trans shit, and then he starts backtracking. I mean, bro, just like look, people get offended. God damn it, what happened to you having to deal with it? It's not like they're burning down your businesses and robbing you. Like they did all summer in 2020. That's terrible. What some jokes? That joke doesn't really hurt me, bro. That don't mean shit to me. That shouldn't hurt me. I was not offended with that cavalcade of niggers. That didn't really offend me at all. Not at all. The cavalcade of niggers. Yeah.
Yes.
It takes more than that to move me, bro. You know how you offend me? You insult my fucking intelligence. Like the mostly false crack pipes. Oh, by the way, happy Negro History Month, everybody. Get your free smoking health safety kit, your smoking kit. That's what they call in crack pipes now. Phenomenal. I heard they have mouth guards on them, so because when that pipe heats up, it burns people's lips and shit like that. Look, they're really thinking about their health, and you know what? They've tried this before in some places. What's that one place? Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. Oh yeah, San Francisco. Yeah. Yeah, they gave it a bunch of clean needles to the heroin addicts and the meth addicts. Meth inflicted persons. And what happened? Years later, you still have hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands, most likely thousands of needles littering the streets of San Francisco for people for kids to prick on their toes on wearing sandals and shit. And and not to mention the feces. Let them tell another story. So I don't know if these people ever dealt with an actual addict, but the last thing you do with an addict is you, I guess, endorse their behavior. And I can speak from that personally. Give them money, they'll just know they can get money from you. And then the minute you say no, they'll either throw a tantrum or threaten you or put hands on you or something. This is how addicts act. They have to hit rock bottom. And you give them crack pipes and shit, and then with your... Look, man, this is that's the thing. Like Joe Rogan, I wish he didn't apologize. Spotify's a bitch, but I expected that. I mean, it is what it is. So if he stays on Spotify or leaves, whatever, I lost some respect for him. Now, if he said like, fuck that apology, I'm like, yeah, there you go, fuck them niggas. There you go, Joe.
Yes.
So I'm talking about niggas.
Fuck
Niggas. Let's go. And I've said a long time ago, the reason the N-word, I'm going to say N-word at this point, is different than all these other racial slurs is because black people allowed it to happen. You don't see Jews calling each other kikes. You don't see Chinese people calling each other gooks. You don't see that. You don't. And if your video gets flagged because I said that, I apologize. Because you'll say nigga 24/7, but call a Jewish person one of the chosen people. Call them the K word. See how quick your shit shut down. Funny how that works. Amazing how that works. It's called controlling your image, and that is what black people have utterly failed at. Let other people to dictate your narrative, and this is the price you pay. It's astounding.
And that's actually an excellent point when you talk about the controlling the image, because that's the one thing, and that's why the N-word, that with the soft A apparently. Oh, I seen a funny fucking meme. It was a Hard Rock Cafe, and the OCK part, the lights were out, so all is there is hard R. And they're like something about what you really want to say or whatever, and it was like the hard over the but like and the reason why everybody uses it and embraces, because like I say, motherfuckers went And we did the self-deprecating humor on ourselves, basically. Or, we're just making, fun of ourselves. We're going to embrace it. And then now everybody uses it. And then you get mad when anybody else uses it. But you niggas made it okay to use, right? You made it cool to use, right? You talking about everybody want to be like you. And then, but like you said, you don't see anybody talking about. I remember the first time I heard the word kike. I had no idea what it even meant. And it was actually on, I think it was on Michael Jackson's They Don't Really Care About Us. Because when he said, about kick me, kike me, don't you wrong or right. And I was like, what the fuck is a
They
kike?
shut his shit down too over that.
What are you talking about? What does that mean? Like, and so after that, that's when I started learning about the wonderful world of racial slurs that did not apply to black people. But so, like all of these things, nobody else embraces it. Like when it happens, it's immediately shut down. We talked about it the other day with the 21 Savage shit when LeBron was singing this song. Somebody got that Jewish money. That's not even an insult. Like, you want people to think you got opulence, but they don't want that. They came out, shut that shit down. That shit got muted on Spotify. And that part of the song was muted. He had to apologize. Fucking album had been out for weeks. But as soon as it got brought to enough attention, because the fucking LeBron goofy ass, it happens. But again, niggas, it just flows so freely. Who were we talking about? What was it? We were talking about the NWA story, I believe. And, we're talking about how, those particular characters who run those particular industries would never find it acceptable to say those things about their own. But hey, they encourage these young niggas to keep, pushing the word nigga. So
not to mention all the murder, death, violence, what's the word? Misogyny, all that. That's cool. That's cool. Don't you talk about the record producer and the owner of the record label. Don't you say that shit now. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Nick Cannon learned that lesson a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. You can literally talk about ending somebody's life, something you can't come back from. You can talk about murder them, how you would do it, all the vile things you would do to their significant other after you murder them. All this is cool. It sounds really good on this beat. It is rhyming. This guy's jamming. But as soon as you deviate, bro, it's all downhill. I remember, I think for ESPN, the magazine, a couple of years back, when Jeremy Lin was a thing in the NBA, somebody wrote an article, and in the article it said there's a chink in the armor. And people lost their shit because Jeremy Lin is Asian dude. And people lost their shit. Like, I think the dude got fired. Like I can't remember if he did or not, but he said something about there's a chink in the armor, and people fucking lost it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, rightfully so. If you have pride about something, you're going to protect it. If you value something, you're going to protect it. Niggas don't value being black or nigga, drum or whatever you want to fucking call it, because like I said, that's why it's so loosely used. That's why it's quote unquote embraced. Like, we have embraced a term that was initially demeaning and try to make it into a good thing. Now it's so deeply ingrained within the culture. I kind of don't want to give it up now. I kind of like it. I've gotten used to it. I want to use it, and I think I'll continue to use it. But all jokes aside, it's just that it's like it's actually sad, really, because again, it's one of those things we talk about. Only us, only we do this. Just like the gluing of other shit to people's scalps. But anyway, that's another conversation.
That was insane. God, thank you for bringing that video up. I'm gonna stop using self-hate. It is cultural appropriation. Yeah, it is. If a white woman getting cornrows is cultural, even though there were braided hair back in ancient Norway and shit, you'll see like they had braided hair back then. They didn't have like the cornrows like that once you got thrown, or braids like that once you got thrown down the damn stairs over. So that's not necessarily a unique thing to hair, the braids, but you can't tell that to these people. Because it's addicting to feel like a victim. It's addicting to know that you're always being perpetrated against. So you need to hand me up. And I post a bunch of Thomas Sowell videos in the Discord. You pay for that shit eventually. You pay for it, or your kid's gonna pay for it. This victim mentality. But y'all don't want to hear that shit. I'm a coon, house nigga, Uncle Tom, race trading, Sambo Jigaboo. I'm all that. Yeah. I'm the reincarnation of Uncle Ben. I'm Uncle Tom's nephew. I'm Prince Ruckus of Wakanda. I had to abdicate the throne. You know.
Yeah. But see, but you know what happens though, because like I say, I've
What?
been hit with some of those names, but those names, I won't say they hurt. Like that's not what I'm saying, because I think people who use those terms are ignorant to what real intentions are, like your intentions versus or my intentions versus what the nigga intentions are, or what that white liberal intention may be, because it sounds good to you, and it's very coercing. But someone like you or I may say something that might not be as easy of a pill to swallow. You know what I mean? And you, 99% of the time, provide sources, figures, the facts to back everything you say up. Now I'm a little bit more loose cannon with it, but it's just like people don't want to hear it. And it's just like it's sad. And again, once you make mention of it, you're the bad guy. But then you see the behaviors of those type of people who will call you those names, the coons, the Uncle Toms, or whatever, and you're like, you know what? If that's what you feel of me, it obviously doesn't mean that much. Because if you're out here engaged in this type of behavior, I'd rather be all the things that you are saying I am, as long as it doesn't put me in the same category with you. If that's what is acceptable behavior is, then I'd rather be, the outcast or exiled or the outlier, whatever you want to call it, because it's ruining the community. Like, I mean, people are doing this themselves.
Yeah, that's and thank you, Honcho. That's exactly where I've come to, because if being a quote unquote real nigga means I have baby mamas constantly in and out of jail or prison or in some sort of the criminal justice system, if that's a constant thing, so I can keep it real. I was just in the gas station for about 30 minutes ago, and there was a dude there. He's talking about, I'm a hood nigga this, and I'm gonna shoot that nigga when I see him. It's in the 7-Eleven. I'm just trying to get some cranberry juice just because I like cranberry. And I overhear this conversation. I kind of chuckle like, what's wrong with this Negro? Like why is he tripping, bro? Like, is it that serious? Like, talking about murder? I mean, I just didn't get it. And I don't need to get it. It's not my business. I don't give 2/3 of a fuck about who he's trying to kill. As long as they know what I care about, and I ain't gonna worry about it. And you know what? I'm gonna bring this up because I always find this funny. And people tell you like you need to try to save these people. Like these dudes don't want to. These people don't want to be saved, bro. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Yeah, Project Pat called a long time ago. He was talking about chicken head.
Yeah.
But if they don't want to be saved, if they want to engage in this fuckery and be constant, just strings on the system, then that's up to them. No, yeah. Good point, man. That's Man Up, right? Ain't that Man Up?
No. That's
never mind. My bad. Yeah, you're right. No, he's talking to the cashier about somebody they both knew. It is a big fat white woman, so niggas love fat white women. It is what it is. And that's the game. And she sounded about one of the most hoodest broads I've heard in a while. So I'm like, she must be from here. So I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, the rent's cheap. That's why I like living here. It's near the campus I go to. So I'm with it. But she was just crazy. I'm just like overhearing this conversation. I'm like, what's wrong with this dude, bro? I don't get this shit. But I mean, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna stay away from it. And it's not my responsibility to save people, because you wouldn't do the same for me.
No.
I don't have to adopt a bunch of black kids to show them down for the cause. They ain't my kids, bro. Fuck that. Oh, Sodom and Gomorrah? Yeah, I was talking about San Francisco. Yes, Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0.
And that's the thing, and that's why I've been on this kind of kick of, measuring morality, right? Like you can't really. There's no science to measure a person's morals, and the more I think about it, it just comes down to you and what you value. And I don't understand how people are valuing things that really have no value. And that's what I say. A lot of what I'm saying is the behavior within the Black community, like shit that we have seen has been detrimental for ages. We were in there talking earlier. Who was it? I think Travis was talking about about his buddy that dropped out of school to be a rapper. You know, like everybody and their mama know a nigga who didn't try to rap, but how many of y'all know niggas who didn't try to start a business or try to, you know, do something more positive? How many niggas you know that's been trying to be a doctor, that's been trying to be, you know, anything aside from a rapper? But you know, like I said, because certain cultures, and no, Miss Jen, no, I did not I did not cut my hair. And it's just like again, niggas lack that trait. Every culture has a thing that's associated with them, you know, whether it be back in their homeland that they've come from, you know, that there's just certain groups had these certain traits. Niggas in America started out as laborers. They had the skill set. So, you know, when slavery ended, like they were getting the job because they had more skill because they were doing the work. And then something happened, and I think we all know what it is, but something happened, you know, in the mid 1900s, you know, and everything changed. I mean, almost instantly, everything changed. But if you bring that up, well, you're a coon. It's like I say, it's just a sad state of affairs, man. Like I say, I'm kind of with you because at first it used to be times way back, even then, like I'm gonna say these things, and you know, niggas gonna hear it and they gonna say, yeah, you know what, maybe he's right about that. But now I've come to realize there ain't no saving niggas. Like a person who hears it, they've already been thinking about. Like a person who's receptive to the conversations that we have in the den. These are people who are already open to it. Because I'm thinking about that day. It was the lady who came. I can't remember her name. She only came here that one day. We were talking about Kaepernick, and she was all in on the Kaepernick talk. Yeah. And then as soon as I said that, you know, America is the best country for blacks in the world, and she's like, "What's good about America? What's so good about it?" And I talked about the opportunities that you have here that you're not gonna get nowhere else, and you know the advantages. Nah, you tripping? I'm gone. You know, and it's just like you can't. Wow. Yeah, you can't make a nigga believe it. It's right there in front of their face, but you can't make a nigga believe that shit, bro. Like, and so because of all the years of being, you know, indoctrinated by your own or whatever beliefs you have,
public school system.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. That's the system, all right. And that shit there is really going down here. They got fucking. Did you see the video? They had the fucking kindergartners doing protest marches, practicing protest marching. Like,
hey, dude, we're here. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. They
had another one where I think it was third graders. They were supposed to make a protest playlist. This was on the other side of the country. Like, this is what I'm saying. This shit is happening all throughout the country. This is the shit you know about, right? Like that has been exposed. Right. One who was in Georgia, I think they got basically a hit list of parents, like the parents who that they got them on basically a watch list, who have either spoken out against shit that, you know, the school is trying to teach or whatever else. You got motherfuckers talking about who was it saying, oh, well, if you don't want to your kids to learn what we're gonna teach them, you know, then you need to take them out of public school. Like,
now, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. That's exactly why Youngkin won in Virginia. That's exactly why he became governor, because that fucking retard McAuliffe, if I pronounced that correctly, had the unmitigated audacity to say that parents don't have a right to dictate what their kids learn in schools. Okay, bro, you say so. That's why he lost. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It's indoctrination. Yeah, you're right, Todd. Yeah, insane.
and niggas was mad. I remember when he won, because niggas was mad. I'm saying, see, all these white women care about is their kids. They not worried about it. Like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, yeah, you're supposed to give a fuck about you and yours. So if it's your children that you were like, you're supposed to. Like, I don't know what you niggas be doing. The kids aren't dolls and toys to play with, or they're not tools to hope you can keep a nigga around or collect a check. Like, you're supposed to be caring about the future of these little things. That's the point. You know, motherfuckers mad because people actually care. Like, shit, your parents ain't care, then that's a you issue. But, you know, it's just crazy because it's happening more and more. It's just all over the place. And, I mean, they doing a damn good job. Just like I showed you the fucking Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Fucking 80 pages of what? Crazy.
Oh, God, that's actually a curriculum in schools, a companion piece to a fucking race-baiting piece of Netflix trash, which is not too uncommon on Netflix. Looking at some of the people involved in Netflix, I'm not surprised. Obama. But anyway, yeah, man. Like I said, it's been about 23 minutes. I ain't trying to keep you too long, bro. But shout out to Nelly, man. Good luck, bro. I mean, give it 2-3 months. Don't give a fuck anymore. He probably piping the broad down right now.
Oh yeah,
People don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's just internet people being upset. Now they probably ain't even seeing none of this shit. The motherfucker's so damn rich. He probably overseas or something.
Right. Now, what would really be dysfunctional is men are up there trying to, be on Nelly, trying to clown him. Like, bro, you worried about another man's penis?
Yeah.
This is troublesome. This is dysfunctional behavior, brother.
That's when it gets weird. Like, yeah, you over there, yeah, I'm gonna go clown too. You know what I mean? We got some questions, buddy. You got something else you want to tell us, or before we have this conversation? If not, there should be no straight man like joining in this conversation of trying to attack Nelly for whatever the fuck you got going. So it's like you said, none of our business, none of our concern. That's for the others. Like I said, if Nelly was to turn around and say, one of them same chicks who was saying something, he said, "Oh, she's too big and I'm not attracted." Oh, he'd be the worst.
What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You seen how they did? Was it Tyrese they did when he said that? When he said he wasn't into big girls, and he's like,
"That's his right to not be in big girls."
Oh no, they tried to cancel him. Who do you think he is? It's like a person who works out and is in shape. He should be entitled to the same if that's what he wants. So,
right.
You know, who's getting mad when he never had no shot, no way, but whatever.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. Oh, God. But yeah, so Joe Rogan, I don't know what to say about Joe because, I mean, maybe he can pick back up from where he left off. I mean, you got a bunch of black people chiming in now saying, that's cool Joe says that. It's cool Joe says that, you know. But this once again shows the hypocrisy of this word. And like I said before, black people, we didn't control our image, and this is what happens. This is where this has led us, to this fucking ridiculous point. And meanwhile, this is going on. So let me get this straight. Now I'm gonna stop after this. So Asians, you get a hate crime bill. Latinos, specifically Mexicans. You get basically lax immigration. They're literally, I just seen a Project Veritas video a few days ago. Literally, hey, come on, we got you. No COVID test, no naturalization process, nothing. Very convenient for the multinational corporations who use these people as cheap labor because they're not going to ever be unionized. Very convenient for them. So of course they're going to vote for politicians who support, dreamers and shit like that. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But you Negroes, us Negroes, crack pipes.
Yep, crack pipes. I don't even know.
There's not much else needs to be said after that. I think it's a Rizzy, bro. We done, bro. What's Miss Grace? We done, girl. Miss Grace, we done.
Niggas ain't even
That's why I laugh now.
Yeah.
Because I saw this coming. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. This is what happens. I think, Louis, communism took a very strong hold unknowingly in the black community. I was reading some excerpts of the book Color, Communism, Common Sense, and the author was a communist, a black man back in the 40s and 50s, and he said that they're trying to get black people to turn socialist communists to use it for this race war, which essentially be the starting crack of the socialists, i.e. communists, take over the United States of America. I mean, if you look at the 2020, political protests, they were laced with Antifa members and LGBTQ plus members, all laced together with Black Lives Matter. And some of these BLM members, they noticed this. They're like, why are these gay people here? Why are these Antifa members here? They fucking up our movement. It was never your movement, Negro. The minute George Soros gave you $200 million, it stopped being your movement. Period. If they fund your movement, they control your movement. It is what it is. But you niggas fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So please enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's it. Enjoy your crack pipe, nigga. That's all I got. That's it. Crack pipes. Crack pipes, ladies and gentlemen. Crack pipes. Fucking hell.
This is where we are. I agree, Dan. We in a tough spot. Not we. They. Because it's those who are still under the umbrella of belief in that situation. So, fortunately, I think, our eyes are a little bit more open. So hopefully, the blowback, I mean, we're going to suffer something from it, but maybe it's not as bad as some of these other motherfuckers because this shit's crazy. It's crazy.
Correct, Flex. And I'm sorry for getting political, man. I want to
you,
get more fun.
Yes, no, you're
fun.
good. I mean, crack pipes are important.
Crack pipes. That's all I got, man. That's all I got, bro. That's all I got, man. Yeah, Kenobi, yeah, man. I'll talk to you later about that, bro. I ain't trying to, spice up the den too much,
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I say, we if it's almost about that time, so say we're gonna slide in the Discord after this. So if y'all want to keep that conversation going or get into some other things, we definitely can do that. But anything else you'd like to add there, Mr. Dan?
Happy Black History Month.
They might as well move Kwanzaa to February. Let's just move Kwanzaa to February.
Might as well.
I seen the motherfucker talking about we need to petition to move Black History Month to June so that we can have Juneteenth. Like, shut your stupid ass up. One, your ass just learned about Juneteenth last year. Niggas been on that shit for decades. Y'all just got cool with that shit, so it's some new shit to y'all. And then two, do you realize the gays would beat the shit out of niggas for trying to take their motherfucking pride month? It would be over. Niggas, y'all ain't gonna make it, and the gay niggas gonna turn against you too, because they gonna side with the gays first before being black. So
all of Atlanta will rise up against you.
Oh my God, that'd be a civil war right there in Atlanta.
Wakanda.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm done, bro. I'm done, man. I'll probably be in the Discord, man. I'll talk to you later, bro. Have a good night, man.
Man, you too, Mr. Dan, the man with the plan. I appreciate the call, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it, bro.
Anytime, man. Shout out to Dan. But it's about that time, man. First of all, now I know I talked a whole lot. I know I showed y'all some crazy shit. That weave thing is giving me nightmares. Like, I will never, not ever see that video in my life again. Like, I'll remember that video for the rest of my life. This Queen Op person is a terrible person. Like, she is probably accepting everything that she is because she's terrible. But 17, I be wondering why you be in on that side of the internet, but I ain't gonna ask no questions. You put the link to the Discord in here, so that you guys, if y'all want to slide in here after the stream is over with, you guys can hit the Discord. I'll be in there for a little while, chopping it up with you wonderfully amazing people. Make sure you're following on the proper social medias. Den Show Live on Instagram and Twitter. I think it's just at the Den Show, on Facebook. All the links that you need are in the description. Say no more, Bruce. Get out of here. All the links that you need are in the description on the channel. Just make sure we got all right. And put this in the deal. Oh yeah, Dan is a great dude. Dan is awesome. Dan the motherfucking man. And they're gonna give out lean and all. Oh shit. Oh man. I gotta talk about that Sylvester Turner video I saw I just seen the other day. I was very disappointed. Anyway, the link is in the description right there. So if you're not a part of the Discord, you can join in there. Just hit that link. If you are, well, I'll catch you there. Meet me there, or actually beat me there. Don't meet me there. But with that being said, chunking of a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Until next Friday, 10 p.m. I plan to drop some recordings before then. I keep saying that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. But I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for joining me this evening. Chunking of a deuce. I am out.